ABC News just released the last text messages that were sent out by the couple that mysteriously passed away on their vacation in Fiji. And it is very telling. I'll be honest, I didn't want to be right about this. I still don't. But burying our heads in the sand is only going to make this worse. Okay, so before I go over that, I want to remind y'all of something. On May 24th of this year, the first case of dengue was the first case in decades, meaning pretty much in most of our lifetimes. First case hit Australia. Okay. That's interesting in itself, right? It prompted them to start doing door-to-door searches, warnings in Queensland. All right. Well, here's the thing. The symptoms for dengue and Ebola are almost indistinguishable, especially in the early stages. My question is, are they using dengue to mask the fact that it's actually Ebola? I honestly believe that's what they're doing. Because in past years, dengue was never this fatal. Some people would die, mainly it would be people that were immunocompromised, meaning the elderly, people that were already sick, maybe young children. But healthy people, they would get it and it would suck really bad. It sucks. But then they would recover, just like a really bad flu. But we're seeing hundreds of people dying of this dengue fever. So that was in Australia. The couple that was in Fiji, they were in Australia before they went to Fiji. Okay. So it could be from that. Let's read the text messages that they sent. So it says, text messages obtained by ABC News from relatives shed light on couple's deteriorating condition and the treatment that they were offered by doctors at the local clinic. See, this is what is very worrisome, that these local clinics aren't going to just know to test for this, especially if they keep suppressing it. Yes, it's going to be scary to let the public know, but it sure is better than them dismissing it as just a stomach virus. Okay, so she messaged, "We are both going to the doctor now." Michelle, 35 years old, texted her parents. Her parents live in Nevada. Soon after, she and her husband arrived in Fiji. "We have been throwing up for 8 hours. Dave has diarrhea. My hands are numb. We will text you when we can." After returning to their hotel, Michelle Paul wrote another text to her mother, giving her an update on the treatment, saying that they just got back from the clinic, they were given fluids, and an anti-nausea drip. We still don't feel 100%. Going to rest in our room. And then they passed away. This is classic stage 3, stage 4 signs of Ebola. Let's look at the stages again. So we have headache, fatigue, fever, muscle soreness, which could be numbness in your hands. Then we have the vomiting, passive behavior, fatigue, wanting to sleep. And then comes the massive bleeding, and it could be internal. So we don't know. But this is the dengue symptoms. They are so close that they're essentially indistinguishable. But if you look at the research, dengue was essentially not even fatal. This study right here showed that only 0.3% of all forms had fatalities. So why are they reporting hundreds of cases of people dying in all these different countries? Also, they're still quarantining those 5 people that came in contact with this couple. But why are they hiding it? When you press on that video where it says 5 people being quarantined, it comes to this oops page. And in Texas, just in March, they had 2,000 people being quarantined from ICE. And we just saw some other ones. There's something more going on. And this occurred on the 22nd of May. And they're still not saying anything. They haven't released the bodies. This is where that mysterious dengue was supposedly found. This is my other question and concern. If they wouldn't have passed away while on vacation in a different country, would we even have heard about it? My guess is no. It may have hit their local news, but it wouldn't have made national news. And then we have the couple in the Dominican Republic. Haven't heard an update on them yet. I hope the families are pushing them on this, because as much as I don't want to say this, the bodies are very contaminated. If y'all don't remember, the patient that passed away in 2014 here in Texas, they had to cremate his body. They did that only about 45 minutes from where I live, and it was a big deal. Like, we were all saying, no, why are you even transporting this patient that far? You know, we didn't know anything about it, but there are only like a handful of facilities that can even handle that type of hazardous material, is what they considered it, because it has to reach a certain temperature. They have to meet all of these regulations, and there's only a few of them in our country. And then we have people in Africa burying bodies of Ebola patients in cardboard boxes. That's why it's spreading. And if they continue to suppress this, it would be absolutely irresponsible. But I'm sure they will, unfortunately. Okay, so if you watched my other video, I went live, but apparently people couldn't hear me, so I'm going to redo it, and I'm still working on my settings, and I will do that in about an hour or so, okay? So, thanks for watching. I will be back soon. Bye, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.